Hello, dear students, and welcome to i-nastava. These are English lessons for the second grade high school. Today, we will talk about elements of culture. My name is Livija Pribanić, and I will be your teacher in this lesson. Through various tasks and activities, we will analyze the concept of culture, what it is, how important is it, and what it means to you. And now, please prepare your notebook and something to write with. This is all you need for our lesson today. Also, don't forget that you can pause the video lesson at any point. Okay, are you ready? Let's get started. In our previous lesson, we focused on one's self-identity. Please take a look at the following sentences. I'm a unique person. I have a lot in common with my peers. My needs are similar to many people's needs. To what extent do these statements relate to you? Now pause the lesson now and note down your ideas. Being aware of our individual traits is very important. Yet, as individuals, we make a whole with many groups. Those are the slices in your pie. Now let's take a step further and think about the society we live in. Do you remember the story about the bear and the TED Talk? Try to think of yourself as an individual in a culture. Pause the video now and try to write down the key words. What comes to your mind when you think of yourself as a unique person within a society, within our culture? I'm not looking for the definition of the term culture here. I would like to learn more about your perception of culture. What does culture mean to you? Please use the following link. It will take you to a web page where you will find word art. Here you will create a word cloud while putting down the words that you connect to the term culture. Now pause the video lesson and do this activity. Here are some suggestions from participants in one of my workshops. Have you written down similar words? People, diverse, religion, language, tradition, identity, customs, mentalities, respect. Are your words different? What does your word art and your word cloud look like? I hope you have enjoyed this. And now it's time to watch the video. Here is the bit.ly that will take you to the video on YouTube. Please watch the video carefully and write down, add any other words mentioned in the video to your list of what culture means to you. Let's move on to next activity. What you will see in the next following slides are several questions. I would like you to answer the questions for yourself in your notebook. The first question is, how close are you to your extended family? You can pause the video now and write the answer in your notebook. Next question is, what do you wear to school? And what do you wear on special occasions? What holidays do you celebrate in your family? What languages do you speak? What is your religion? What is morally right and what is morally wrong? Looking back at the questions, here are the key terms that were discussed in the questions: family and family relations, holidays, clothes, language, religion, beliefs and values. All of this make culture. This iceberg here in the photo is culture. There is a smaller part of the iceberg above the surface and a quite larger one beneath the surface. That is why there are two elements of culture: surface culture and subsurface culture. Surface culture is all that is visible, all that we see when we encounter ourselves with culture: food, clothes, music, dances, holidays, celebrations, pieces of art, artifacts, everything, language, everything that you see and know about a culture. Subsurface culture, on the other hand, is deep culture. This is something that is not visible. These are beliefs, values, and attitudes of each and every member of a culture towards a simple or a complex topic, like the concept of time, the notions about marriage, relationships, everything that is deeply rooted within the culture and within an individual. And now it's time to check. This bit.ly will take you to a quiz, Elements of Culture. You will sort 20 words into two categories: surface culture and subsurface culture. Have fun! Your next task is a bit complex one. You will do a bit of research. Please choose one element of Croatian subsurface culture, any that you like. Research it and make a poster. Before you start researching the element of subsurface culture, try to answer these questions. What do you know about this element? Where can you find more information about it? Can you find reliable sources? It is very important that you write down the answers to these questions. You will need it later on in your task. Here are some tips to help you during your research. Focus on the most important examples. You will probably find a lot of examples of this subsurface element of culture, but focus on the most important ones. Try and discover something new, maybe a new aspect of that element, and be precise. And finally, after you have researched the element of your interest, answer these questions. How different are your findings? Have you discovered something new? Which sources proved reliable? Again, please write down the answers to these questions in your notebook as well. Once you have answered all the questions and finished researching the element of subsurface culture, it's time to make your poster. Here is a link to a useful tool. Canva will help you make an interesting poster. Please make it visually attractive. Add any photos and any pieces of text that you find interesting, intriguing, and fun. Enjoy completing this activity. We've come to the end of our lesson today. Before we say goodbye to each other, please do the exit card. Write down in your notebooks 3 things you have learned in this lesson, 2 things that you would like to find out more about, and 1 thing that is still a bit unclear. Thank you for your attention today. Till the next time, bye.